Okay guys, tonight we're going to be in 9.4, lesson 9.4 of our notes packet. Starts on page 8, and some of it didn't copy very well, so if you can put this on the side, write these three things on the side, that's what we're looking for on each of these graphs. Okay? So if you need to pause it right now to go ahead and write that down, then you can do that. Okay, the first thing we're doing is we're looking at the graph, and we're going to make a dot on where it crosses the x-axis. That is your zeros. And our zeros, and I'm going to put these in brackets because I don't want you to think it's a coordinate pair. But I'm going to list our zeros. It's -2 right here. That's -2. And this is 5. So those are your zeros, right? You might also hear them called roots. All right? So we're going to go take these zeros and we're going to put them in what we call factored form. Factored form basically just puts them back into binomials, takes those zeros, puts them back into a binomial form like you would see when you factor, an answer you would have when you factor. So the way we do that is you take a 0 minus root 1 and 0 minus root 2. Okay? 0, which I'm going to make a line through it so you know it's a 0. 0 minus root 1, 0 minus root 2. So 0 minus root 1, that would be 0 minus -2. Well, that's a positive 2. So that's going to be 2. X plus 2. 0 minus root 2, 0 minus 5 is -5. That was 2. So it would be x minus 5. All I did was I put them in with an x, just like you would have as a binomial. Okay, so from there, to get from here to the standard form, this is a trinomial answer we need to get down here. We're going to have to FOIL. X times x is x squared. X times -5 is -5x. 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times -5 is -10. We want to combine our like terms, and we get x squared minus 3x minus 10. Okay? That is your factored in your standard form of this line right here. If you were to put this into y equals in your calculator, you would get this parabola. Let's do number 2. Number 2 actually has 2 zeros. It does cross twice. It crosses at the 2 and the 3. Okay? So remember, we do 0 minus 2 and 0 minus 3 to get those factored forms. 0 minus 2 is -2. 0 minus 3 is -3. So we end up with x minus 2 and x minus 3. From there, we FOIL. X squared, -3x, -2x, plus 6. Combine your like terms, and you get x squared minus 5x plus 6. Alright, moving on to number 3. It helps to do these in repetition, guys. We have 2 zeros. We have a -1, and we have a -7. Okay. Factored form would be 0 minus -1 and 0 minus -7. That's a positive 1 and a positive 7. So x plus 1, x plus 7. Those are your binomials. Okay? Now we're going to FOIL. X squared, x times x is x squared, x times 7 7x, 1 times x, 1x, and 1 times 7 is 7. So let's combine those like terms. And that's what you get. Let's see here. We're going to skip number 4. We're going to go to number 5. All right, so again we have your zeros. We have a -2 and a -4. Okay. So we're going to say 0 minus -2 is positive 2, and 0 minus -4 is positive 4. So we have x plus 2, x plus 4. And then finally, we're going to FOIL these. X squared plus 2x plus 4x plus 8. Combine our like terms. You get x squared plus 6x plus 8. But remember, this is a negative, this is a reflected parabola. So we need to make sure that this is negative because it is reflected. Okay. Let's move on down to number 8. Number 8. How many zeros? We have 2. We have one at -5 and one at 0. So 0 minus -5 and 0 minus 0. Well, that's going to be a positive 5, and this is going to be a 0. So x plus 5 and x plus 0 are your two factors. And you can FOIL this out. X squared plus 0 plus 5x plus 0. So x squared plus 5x is your answer. And that's all we're doing today. When we go to class on Friday, when we get there, we are going to do number 4 in class as a warm-up. Have a good evening.